There are many ways to talk about what we would like to be true. Maybe we can call these desires, whether we're talking about something in the future or something now. What I'd like to do is explore some of the most common phrases that we might use to talk about what we want next year, what we want in 20 years, what we would like to be true now that is not true. And it can get a little complicated, so I think the best thing to do is explore some examples. So let's hop over to the board. I'm going to be talking about desires, things we desire. And probably the most common, well, I don't want to say the most common. They're all common, to be honest, but we'll explore the nuances. One of the most common is I'd love, or you can use like if you want to make it less strong, to. And there we might say something like, I'd love to get a bigger place. I'd like to get a bigger place. So this one is going to be stronger than this one. This one is going to be a little weaker, but it's still good. It just doesn't have as much emphasis. Now, the key for this one is that this I'd is a contraction of I and would suggests a hypothetical. That means it's not real. This is just something that I wish were true. It's not true. Maybe it will become true, maybe not. But maybe I live in an apartment. I'm not happy with how small it is. It's a studio apartment. I would love to get a one bedroom or a two bedroom apartment. Now, I said I would there, and that's fine. If you want to say I would love, I would like, then either one is okay. Personally, I use both. So I really don't think it matters. And then you just state the desire. Again, this could be I'd love to go on vacation next year. About the future, may or may not happen. Maybe it will. Maybe we're sure it will happen or almost sure. If it's certain, you'll probably say instead, I will go on vacation. I'm going on vacation next year to Colorado. If it's a little bit uncertain or just a hypothetical about the future, we can still use I would and I'd. And it can be about the present too, something you wish were different now. I'd like to live in a bigger apartment. I wish my current apartment were bigger. Sort of like that. Or I wish that the apartment that I lived in was bigger than the one that I am in. So that's not necessarily about the future. How about it would be great? And then you can use here a to or an if. These are the most common. So that would be another hypothetical. We could again be talking about the future or another version of the present that lives in the imagination. It would be great. It would be great to have a new car. It would be great if you would help me more often around the house. So it would be great to do something, or it would be great if something happened. If it's tomorrow, it would be great to maybe go hiking tomorrow. I'm stating a desire. It's not that it won't happen. It probably will happen if I say it would be great to do some hiking tomorrow. It would be great to try a new restaurant. I'm sick of the place we've been going to. It would be great to try something new. Fantastic. In that case, we probably will do that, but we haven't done it yet, and it's still kind of floating around in the air. So this would be gives us a feeling of it being not real, hypothetical. It would be great to have a new car. I don't have a new car. I would like one, and so it's a perfect way to describe that. Maybe I will get one, maybe not. It's not really about whether it happens or not. It's about the fact that I want that to be true. Now, how about one that's more formal? I aspire to, for example, we could say I aspire to write, I aspire to visit, maybe. Especially be, write, create, something that you could achieve in your life, an achievement. Is visiting somewhere an achievement? Maybe, maybe. So if you say that, that's fine. This aspire feels more formal when we use it. There's a formality to it that's not the same as these two. And there's something else that's different. If we say aspire, we are talking about a future goal. With these first two, we're saying things that may or may not happen in the future. And we're talking about also things in the present that are true that we wish were different. But this one, we're not talking about the present. Aspire to is about the trajectory of the future. If I do these steps, maybe it will happen. It's a goal, it's an aim, it's a target, right? So that is a major difference, besides the fact that it feels more formal when we use it. I aspire to write fiction novels in my retirement. That's what I would like to do. I aspire to be an author someday. I'm going to work hard and plan for that and put in the effort to get there. It's a goal, it's a target. If you say aspire, it suggests that you're not going to do nothing about it. If you say it would be great to be an author someday, I don't know if you're going to do anything about that or not. Maybe you're just saying that and you don't plan on taking any action. Okay, great. So you're just telling me what you want to happen, maybe, in your imagination. I aspire to become an author. Oh, so you're putting a plan in place. You're working on that. So the feeling is very different. Okay, how about this? Someday, I hope I can. You could say, I hope I can. I hope we can. I hope I could is all right. And really, that's being not specific about time and talking about something that, again, may or may not happen. It could be about something that we're working toward, trying to achieve, trying to aspire to. I hope someday I hope. By the way, you can say I hope and put someday right there, or you can say someday first. Someday, I hope I can become an author. I hope I can someday become an author. It doesn't tell me about you working hard. It doesn't necessarily suggest it, although maybe you will. What it does is say this is a future wish. It's a little bit less than a goal. It's a little fuzzier than a goal. It's not so clear. My goal is to become an author. I aspire to become an author. Very clear. I'm moving toward that in the future. Someday I hope I can become an author. Okay, it feels a little more hypothetical. And for that reason, the focus is on the someday, which tells us that you don't know when it will happen. There's no plan about it being next year or in 2 years or in 100 years. Someday I hope it can become a K-pop star. Okay, well, there's a time limit on that, right? I think probably, 35? After that, it's not going to happen because K-pop stars are probably all under 35. That would be my guess. Of course, we can say my dream is to, and then you can say a verb, to open a coffee shop, to become a traveling dentist, whatever that means, to be a trapeze artist without a safety net. Your dream is what? To do something, to be something, to have something, to become something. That one's pretty straightforward. That is your number one goal, though. Usually dream is very strong. It means there's a lot of passion behind it. It's even more than aspire, probably. It's got a lot of passion and enthusiasm. How about I wish? I wish I had time to pursue. Now, for this one, I'm talking about the present and something that I would like to be true about the present that is not true. That's what we use this one for. Now, you can use it to talk about the future. You can say, I wish that our family will be happy forever. It's not as common as I hope for the future. I hope someday, I hope I can, I hope our family will always be happy in the future, is about the future. It's focusing on, emphasizing the future. I wish usually doesn't emphasize the future. You can use it for the future, but much more often, I wish emphasizes an alternate present. It might force you to or make you change your actions to make things different, but when you say it, you are thinking about a version of the present that is not the same in some way as the real present that you're in. So I'm very busy. I'm so busy. I work 80 hours a week. I have no time to pursue my interests. That's what I want to do. I don't have time. So when I say I wish I had time to pursue my interests, I wish I had time, it means I do not. It means it is not true. And once I say this, I'm stating a desire. Someone might say, well, what are you going to do about it? What's your plan then? Then I might say, I don't know, there's nothing I can do about it. I wish I had more time, but I've decided that spending 80 hours a week working is more important. And that's what I've decided to do. So I have no plan to change it, but in my heart, I wish it were different. But oh well, right? Oh well, who cares? Or, yeah, I should change. Maybe I can cut it down to 50 hours a week, and then I'll have more time to pursue my interests. Or maybe once I finish this thing that I'm working on that's taking 6 months, then maybe I will have time to pursue my interests. I won't be so busy. So it's not really about the plan. It's not really about the future. It's just stating the present, a non-real version of the present. Back to hope, I just want to mention one more thing. I should have said this one earlier. I hope I'll have more time. What would be the difference between I wish I had more time and I hope I'll have more time? Well, this I'll is short for I will, of course. It's a contraction of I will, and so it's telling us about the future. Something is going to change that's going to allow me to have more time, to play tennis, to pursue my interests. Now, I say I hope instead of, oh, after I finish I will have more time. That suggests certainty, right? This suggests uncertainty. I think maybe once I finish I will have time. And that would be great if that happens in the future. So I hope I'll have more time when I finish this thing in 6 months. I hope I have. You don't have to say I will. You can say I hope I have more time when I finish this thing in 6 months. Then after that happens, I hope I will have much more free time. Maybe working 40 or 50 hours a week instead of 80. Okay, great. Then there is some aspect of the future there, but there's some uncertainty as well. And then, of course, the last one very quickly. This thing would be a dream come true. Living abroad would be a dream come true. Seeing Ringo Starr play live would be a dream come true. Has it happened? No. Are you going to do it? I don't know. We don't know, right? It's just a hypothetical. Total hypothetical. I don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe there's no chance. But it would be great. I love that. It would be great if, right, you're just sort of having something living in your imagination, thinking about it, and maybe enjoying that little imagination in your head. Would be a dream come true. Suggests that you feel strongly about it. It's not a small thing. It's a big thing. Meeting someone, seeing something, achieving something, retiring in another country, living abroad. Those are usually big things. And then after you say the thing, then you say, would be a dream come true. It would be a dream come true. It would be a dream come true for me if, now that we've talked about all of these interesting, useful phrases to explain our desires, whether it's the future or the present, it would be a dream come true for me if now you go out there and start using what you've learned in your daily lives to put into practice everything so that you can communicate better. You can be more effective communicators. That would be a dream come true for me. It would also be a dream come true if you like the video, you enjoy this, hit the like button and subscribe, and also check out my full courses in the links in the description.